The next template that we're going to be working on is a custom single post type. The template file called single-post-type is used to display a single post from a custom post type in WordPress. This will give you full control over how individual entries in your custom content type are presented. The purpose of single post type is it will control a single post from a custom post type. This will give you a custom layout specifically for that content type, such as a recipe, a project, a testimonial, a portfolio element. You may need this because different content types often need different layouts. For example, a blog post might show a title, a date, content, and comments. A recipe post might need ingredients on one side and steps on the other. A portfolio project might show an image gallery and project metadata. Without single post type, WordPress will use single.html or index.html. This allows you to really dig in and customize layouts when you need to. Let's go into WordPress and see how we can implement this into our project. We're going to be working on our blog page. Currently, the blog page does not display any content. I'm going to go into my pages area and we'll go into the blog page and we're just going to set up a query loop so it pulls in some content. As you can see, currently we don't have any content on this page as everything is being generated from our pages template. I'll go ahead and add my query loop. I'm going to start blank and we will just go ahead and grab a title and date. This is going to bring in all of our posts. I'm going to go into filters over here on the right. I'm going to filter by taxonomies. And for categories, we're only going to show our posts that use the tips category. Now that I have this, I'm going to modify the query loop. For this particular page, we're going to set up the layout to be quite a bit different than what we're using on other pages. I'm going to use my featured image, and I have set all of these posts to use a portrait type of featured image. So we're going to show the title. Underneath it, we'll show a featured image. And then over on the right, we're going to show an excerpt and a date. So inside of my post template, I'm going to create a column element. I'll click the three dots and say Add After. We're going to go ahead and add a column. I'll use a 33 by 66 column split, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag this into the post loop. What we're going to do is we're going to place the title inside of the first column, and then underneath the title, I'm going to create a new element. This is going to be our featured image, and as you can see, it's already pulling in my featured images. Then inside the right-hand column, I'll place the date. We want the excerpt to appear before the date. And let's go ahead and add a read more link for this page. Now that I have this here, I want to augment the way that this displays. I'm going to select the second column, and what we're going to do is we're going to change our vertical alignment to line in the middle. This is going to move the text-based content so that it aligns to the middle. The other thing that I think that I'm going to want to do is have my title span the entire two widths. So let's pull this out of the individual columns. So if the title is longer, it can span across both of the inner two columns. Now I'm going to save this, and if we go back out to the front end and refresh our page, you can see that my blog page is now looking like this. So we've gone ahead and we've made these changes into the unique page. But what if you have a website where you want to be able to repurpose or reuse these styles on multiple pages? Well, you can easily do that by creating a custom template. So what I'll do here is I'll actually leave this page open, and I'm just going to open up another backend tab of WordPress. We'll go into Appearance Editor. We're going to go into Templates, and we're going to create a new template. This time I'm going to create a custom template. So I'll select Custom Template, and we'll give this a name of 2-column post. I'll select create, and we'll jumpstart the layout with our existing pattern. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the content area, and inside of our group, we're going to delete the content. Because I've already built the layout that I want, I'm going to go back to my blog page and we're going to copy the query loop. So I'll go ahead and copy this. Then I'm going to go back into the template file. I'm going to select the group and I'm going to say add after. I just want to make sure that what I paste does not replace my group. I'll click inside this new paragraph and I'm going to choose the shortcut, Command or Control V. As you can see, the query loop is spanning the entire width, and this is why I wanted to have the group. I'm going to grab the whole entire query loop and just drag it into the group. This will constrain the width of this area so that it doesn't span the entire width of the page. In addition to our query loop, we're going to create a brief description at the top of this page that just explains what this page is all about. I'll use a add before, and I'm going to change this into a heading. Let's go ahead and let's change this to use our fancy H2. And then underneath this, I'm going to create a paragraph that just briefly describes what this section of my page is about. I'll enter the necessary text, and then I'm going to go ahead and save this template. If we go back out to the WordPress editor, you can see we now have this new template called 2-column post. Let's go ahead and use this template on one of our pages. I'm going to go back to my blog post, and at this point, I'm going to delete the query loop. So I'll select the query loop and delete it, and then we're going to save the page. If we go back out to the front end, you can see that the blog page no longer has any content. However, if I access the blog page and I go to the page setting, I can change the template that is controlling this page. So I'm going to click Pages. I'm going to say Change Template, and we're going to go ahead and select our 2-column post. WordPress will only offer you templates that will work for this page type. Now that I have that selected, I'm going to resave the page. If we go back to the front end and refresh, you can see that it's now displaying the page content, even though no content specifically exists within our blog page. I did notice that for whatever reason, my title is not in the right location. Let's go back to the template. I'm going to go into Appearance, Editor, Templates, and I'll select the 2-column post. I'm going to open up List View, and let's just check out our group. So we have our title, we have the paragraph, and here's the query loop. Let's go into Post Template. We're going to need to augment our layout slightly. It looks like WordPress is not letting me place the title outside of the columns. So in order to do this, we're going to have to create some nested groups inside of the post template. Let's go ahead and create a group. I'll just add this before the post template, and then we'll drag it into the post template. Now that I have this here, I'm going to place the 2 columns into the group. At this point, I'm going to grab my title and place it above the 2 columns. So my first column is going to contain the featured image. My second column will contain the excerpt and then the date. And just to make this look a little bit different, I'm going to select the date. We'll go to Styles. Let's go to the typography area. We're going to go to Appearance, and I'm going to set this to be a light italic. I'm also going to change the color of this, and we're going to make this a light shade of gray. So I'll select almost black and then just pick a lighter shade of gray. With the date selected, let's also reduce the font size down and make the date small. Let's go ahead and save this. And now if we come back out to the front end and refresh, those edits that we've made are now occurring. If we check out our page at the small screen, you can see that eventually it's going to stack to a vertical layout, which is exactly what I want. Now that I have this particular template created, I can use this template on a variety of pages. I'm not restricted to only using this on the blog page. So if at some point in my project, I decide I want to use this same type of layout, all I need to do is change the template to utilize this page template. Hopefully you can see the flexibility and usefulness of being able to completely style unique templates for unique situations.